Hey everybody, it's Dave Kramer, and this is Kramer Unstuck, and I'm in a real bad mood. Okay, I mean, what is it with people? What is it with you out there? Huh? Especially you people that are statists. You statist little twits who, want to agree with, well, the government's bad, but the cops, do this, that, and the other thing, but no, there ain't no but. Okay, I can't express my opinion the way I like to. Because YouTube will shut my video down or my channel. Or, I got locked out of my account for a day with Twitter for expressing my opinion. I mean, I'm going to still express my opinion. I try to be more crafty and clever, but the feeling of, you know, seeing what's going on in this country and how it's getting worse and worse and worse. I just got my fucking spring tax bill. I'm over $1,300 now, and I already and school tax is coming up. Okay, that was 4,300. That's probably going to be 4,400. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay, and I don't care what you statists think. My road and my bridge and blah 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 blah. I don't want to hear from you fuckers. You people are traitors. That's what you are. That's my freedom taken away from me. Now, last year with the taxes, and then my truck took up until, oh, what was it? January of this year? February. Was it in February? It was January. 12, oh, almost, just a little under $12,000 of fucking repairs. Why? Well, because of the government. The government costs us fucking inflation. Inflation is just another tax. They're taxing the shit out of us every which way they can. Next year, I got to go get my license. You got to get your license. You got to get your registration. You got your insurance and all this shit. It's a fucking shit show. Limit, limit, limit. Just take us and limit. We're serfs. We're paying property tax is serfdom. You're a serf and I'm a serf. I do not own my property. Nothing. You know? On a whim, they can just come in and they can take your shit. I mean, hell, uh, you're driving around. I saw a video this morning of a guy, and this happened, I guess, a while back. This guy was driving, he was going to California to visit family, and he had taken the money. I don't know if he was going to move there or what, but he had got his money out of the bank and was carrying his money, and I guess there was other money in there, and he had tons of receipts to show, uh, that it's his and that it's illegal. And the cops stopped him. And in the process, what did they do? Well, they got their drug dog. Now, it has been said that most of the money that we have is going to have some percentage of drug residue on it. So it doesn't matter. I like pale ale. I don't smoke weed. I did that years ago. Um, I quit because I didn't like it. Especially, I had stopped for a number of years and then I smoked it for a couple months. And yeah, paranoia, just laziness all the time. And I quit. So I don't do any more, I don't do drugs. I drink beer and I try to limit that as much as possible. But if I'm driving and I have any amount of cash that they consider to be suspicious, and that's the thing. I consider this suspicious. There's nothing wrong with carrying a large amount of cash. Okay, and I know you're going to argue, well, the drug dealers. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't give a damn. But a percentage. of our money, a lot of it, they say there's a percentage of drug residue, meaning that they can bring a dog out, boom. Okay, well, we're going to have to take all this money from you. We're going to steal this money from you. They got no right. That's unlawful search and seizure. There's no reason other than speculation. All right. If I don't have any drugs on me, it's like breathalyzers. Um, they're pretty much, um, you know, what do you say that? I can't think of the damn word, but that irritates me. Here, let me drink some coffee. It's like the test they gave you during COVID. It was crap. The guy who invented it said it's crap. It ain't for that. It ain't going to prove anything. And that's the thing with breathalyzers. They give you a breathalyzer. There were guys who blew zeros and they were charged with DUI just because of what? Quota. On my way to work, there's an area just right down from where I work where a cop will sit occasionally. Now, I haven't seen him for a while. He sits here this time of month and he sits here that time of month. I went by there. It's a 45. I went by there already doing 60. Now, I slow down when I get there, but there was time, couple times that I forgot it. I drove past him doing 15 miles an hour of the speed limit. Didn't come after me. Why? Well, probably because maybe it wasn't the right make and model and color, because they do that. It's not about safety, it's about revenue. That's it. If they want people to not drive drunk, then they would make sure that, and this here's complicated, but you have a bar, you have a tavern, you have a club, only allow a certain amount in there and have rooms. They got to pay for their room, but have rooms. Now that can get expensive depending, maybe you can't afford that, but you know, I mean, it's not about safety. It's about revenue, and so don't. I saw a post on Twitter about uh, that firemen don't drive around looking for a fire, and why the cops drive around looking for crime. Uh, and they drive around. It's kind of a deterrent, but yet it doesn't deter it. That cop can be driving. A cop can drive past my place here, and I can be inside here. Say I decided I want to, grow some weed, and I have a few people that are going to buy from me. I could be in here chopping it up, doing whatever, and putting it in piles and putting it in baggies and all that. He drives by. Sure, I'm mindful that there's the police, and maybe I look out the window and I see him driving by. He has no idea that I'm committing a crime. Now, I wouldn't be getting high and going over to the guy or whatever, and I tell him, don't be on drugs when you come over. Do it in your home. But you can commit crimes, I mean, maybe you're somebody who lives out there in the rural area, and when you change your oil, you just let that thing go running into the ground. Well, now the EPA would fine you pretty good for that, but there again, a cop drives by. You know, it's I'd rather have peace officers. Peace officer is someone who, that's like I said about the whole thing. I've been thinking about. I had a DUI back in 2010. But I was thinking about how would you really stop people from driving drunk? And the thing is, you're not going to be able to. It doesn't matter what you do. That shit show when I went to get sentenced, It was the Lancaster County Courthouse. That shit show was just that's what it was, a shit show. They got all of us in there and stood us in lines. There was about four lines. I think I was in maybe the third, or maybe I was in the back. And it was just like bop 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 bop. Guy in there that already had a monitor on his ankle. Now, is it a deterrent? If you're that far gone to where you're that addicted to something, and it's just it's not a deterrent. But it's like I said, I want to bring forth truth. And there are guys on there. There's Guy High Impact Flicks. There's Larkin Rose. Um, I'm trying to think of some others. I forget, but there's guys that they're more knowledgeable, with all the books they read and all that stuff. I'm just a regular guy. Okay. I work for a living and I work hard. Okay. I bust my ass and you know, it's getting to the point where it's like something got to change here. But there's the thing. Yeah, I go to work and I'm the only one. The others will talk that way, but they don't want to be that way. During the whole 2020 nonsense, they all pretty much walking around with masks on and stuff, or they put the mask on when they went over to the other place because that's what they were supposed to. I got in trouble a month before they lifted the policy. Okay, they handed me one, and I looked at it, and it's like what something like I forget what the heck the guy said, but he, the human resources stepped forward. You got a problem? You know, am I able to do this? Am I? No, I'm not able to do that. So don't bully me over some bullshit that I didn't get the you know what. So what I did was I said, yeah, I'll just do this. Okay. Now, I stood there looking like a fool too, but I decided I got to do it my way. And when I was forced, to wear the, shame muzzle, it would be up and it'd be down. Okay. I'd make them tell me. And yeah, I wasn't like 100%. I'm not a psychopath or a sociopath where I don't feel anything. Sure, there was a knot there because people like that will always try to make things worse than what they are. Oh my God, you better, put it on, or these people. It's like, but yeah, I would like interaction on this channel. Okay. And like I said, with my job and I have a home, I live alone, I work, I lift weights, I get beat up and tired and I don't feel like making videos. And I'm not gonna, if I make a video during the week, sometimes it's because of the weightlifting I do. I have a channel, Dave's Home Gym, which is zero subscribers. This week wasn't good, so I didn't really make that. I made some videos, but I just scrapped them because it was, run down and tired from work. And man, the workouts just was like shit. But, that's the thing. People, it's dead. People are just dead. I'd love to say shit at work, but I got that sick feeling in my stomach because it's that depressed, there ain't no use. I've said shit to these people. It's like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. 2020, me, I'm the only one in the store without a shame muzzle. Every now and then there's one guy, but he's way over there. Okay. Me and him, or mostly me, and then angry looks and looking at you like that because they're scared. Hear the car door slam real loud on the parking lot, turn around, the guy's looking at me all pissed off. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Especially you males. Yeah, if you feel scared, that's why you need courage. I don't consider myself to be the most courageous person. especially when you feel like that. And that's the thing. You got to go up over that hill. We all got to charge at that thing. Well, you got a knot in your stomach and you're scared, but you get up and you go up over that hill. Yeah. I tell you, it's sad and it's sickening that this country and my countrymen are just a bunch of fucking pansy ass motherfucking sissy bitches. It's like we're all allowing each other to get screwed over, extorted from, fucked over, destroyed. What happened? I guess this happened recently where they came to evict a guy from his home because of back taxes. Yeah, some people going to have money problems and they won't be able to pay on their house. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, getting that tax bill in the mail. What if I'd have nothing in my checking account? What if I'd have a few bucks in my checking account? That person that put that in the envelope and sent that didn't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about you. Okay? You vote for them. It's the same person that has been treasurer here for as long as I can remember. What a nice, simple job that is. Stuff it in, boom, better pay your tax. You buy a car, you take a loan out, money problems. Oh shit, I can't pay. Boom, guess what? Here they come to take your car. We do not live in a free country, okay? I can go get groceries. Yeah, they did that in communist Russia too. They got groceries. Now, of course, under that regime, it was a lot worse. But in this regime, it's an illusion. It's kind of like our dollar. Our dollar is not backed by anything. Okay, let me get. You know, we got the dollar here. I can read it. Yeah. Where do I have my? Yeah, my eyes are kind of blurry. Now it says it's man, that is pathetic. Don't you hate that? Sometimes your eyes work good, and then the next time your eyes don't work good at all. And I don't know where my darn. Wait a minute. Does this thing work? Well, anyway, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. But this note ain't backed by anything. Nixon took us off of the gold standard. I don't know what year it was, 72. I could be wrong, but he took us off the gold standard. Okay, we don't have anything backing this. That's why, okay, they'll say, well, gold is $2,000 an ounce. Yeah, that reflects the devaluing of this. That's why it's $2,000 an ounce. It's like, wow, ain't that great? No, no, it ain't. That's the inflation. I don't own anything. Get that through your head. You don't get paid. You don't own anything. This computer, this home, all this stuff I bought, all the stuff that you have, all the stuff that you bought, what if they suddenly decide to come and call in your debt? What if they, hey, you owe us for this? What? How am I going to pay that? Now, if I would have gold and silver, and I don't because I don't have the money to just go out and $2,000 an ounce? Are you kidding me? But yeah, they got us. I mean, it, it's kind of like, I mean, right across the board. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, it's really depressing and frustrating. And you think about how to get out of it. And well, we all I think you have an idea what's going to have to happen for all of us to get out. And it ain't going to be pretty at all. We've been under this for the longest time. Okay. Uh, back in the 1800s, before the Civil War, you had a Lincoln who was talking about how the the people have a right to get rid of their government if their government's tyrannical. Then what Lincoln did? He came in and he became a tyrant, and that's what he was. Okay, they'll say, well, the Civil War wasn't just about state rights, and yeah, it was. It was 100% about state rights. I don't agree with slavery. Don't get me wrong. I'm against slavery and the fact that this happened. But Lincoln was a tyrant. Okay, the South had a right, and they fought for freedom. Now, a lot of people disagree with me just because of the illusion of, you know, what do they say? The victors are the ones that write history. And what are they going to do? Well, they're going to side with themselves. They're going to make themselves look good. And for the how many decades I was agreeing with that. Okay, I was agreeing with the fact that of Lincoln and the Union, but no. But anyway, I mean, people gotta just wake up. People just wake up and get out of your sleep. Stop. Here's the thing. I said this before in videos. Being good doesn't mean that you're going along with everything. You're bowing down to the bullshit. Being good means you resist the evil. You resist the tyranny. And to be good sometimes means you're going to have to do what you consider bad. If you don't, you're an evil human being. You're a piece of shit. You're my enemy. Statists, I do not like statists at all. So if you comment about your, yeah, but, yeah, go fuck off, statist. And most people, the majority of people are statists. I don't know how many times I talked to my parents. Okay. Now, my dad, when I was growing up, was a fucking tyrant. He was a disciplinarian, authoritarian piece of shit. Okay. You know, I mean, I don't know how many times I heard, well, I got to go work for you. Well, that proves that you don't want to go work. Okay. That proves, that, you think that there is kind of bullshit. But yeah, controlling, manipulating, wasn't allowed to do anything. And I grew up hating authority, but I was also a Christian and I was under that. Okay, where for years, it's kind of like, God standing here and me kind of like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. That's kind of how I felt because of how I was raised by them. So I was raised in that atmosphere. But the problem with me that I have a problem with, where I got to get over it, and I have to get over it sometimes because I fall back into it, was because I was constantly pushed down or pushed in a corner, and you got to stay there. You're not allowed. No, 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 no. That's the government. We're in charge, and we know what's best for you. No, they don't. The government just fucks shit up over and over again. Okay, taxes. Okay, well, if you don't pay your taxes, what about the roads and all that stuff? Privatize it. I guarantee you it's going to be less expensive and you're going to have a better job. Over here, these guys that are in the township, how pathetic. My God, the holes that form in the road after as it gets closer to spring. And then they patch it. Yeah, I could do a better job, and I would do a better job. Their patch is just slap it in, okay, and boom, boom, yeah. It's like, it's patched, but it's the same, you know, yeah. We got a guy here that says that he loves his job as supervisor because he doesn't have to do anything. Ooh, man, you know, shit at the fan scenario. He's gonna wish he did something. But that's the thing. I mean, I'm coming up on 26, almost 30 minutes here of ranting. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not a fucking intellectual. I know enough, I guess, about this, but freedom, you know, and like I said, the interaction, it's just this kind of content. If I'd be a Mr. Beast or one of those friggin' clowns, you know, and what is that? It's entertainment. That's all it is. This is not entertaining. I'm sure you're watching this, you're not entertained. Because it makes you think. I mean, you know, it's like, damn, I don't want to think about that. I'd rather think about others. Yeah, well, I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd rant this morning and not getting it off my chest. That's for sure. Okay, because it's like the more I talk or think or watch stuff on it, it's just and then I go away from it and I'm still thinking about it constantly. You know, so and you know what? I don't want to hear that. Just hang in there and just don't think about it. I don't want to hear that. So if anybody does comment, don't comment that because I'm going to continue to think about it. It's going to make me sad, unhappy, depressed, angry, and it should because this is a complete shit show. I mean, I'm not a voter, okay? Fuck Trump, fuck Biden, fuck them all. Every single one of them is a piece of shit. All of them are bought and paid for. All right? All of them bow to that wall, don't they? They go over there and bow to that wall. I hate those people. They're all establishment. I'm gonna put crooked Hillary away. Ha! He's a New York liberal. That's who he is. I'm gonna take the guns and then worry about due process later. Okay? No, he's not the answer. The answer is you and me. And that is, yeah, that's a lot of work. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do here. What else can I do? What else can I do? What can little old me do? You know? Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Like I said, let me know what you know, think. I mean, or just don't. Because like I said, if you're going to be agreeing, go well, but this, well, I don't want to fucking even talk to you. I'm probably going to delete your comment. I don't want to see that, because you're part of the problem. Okay, it's like I take my car to a mechanic and I say, I think my water pump's leaking. And he goes, yeah, but your starter's all right. See, as long as you're started, you can start it. Everything's just keep adding water. It doesn't make any sense, but It's like, okay, so you saved me money until, I don't know. Maybe that's not a good analogy, but it's kind of like that, you know? Yeah, but, it's broken, but there seems to be, no, no, no. So that's it. I'm going to end right here. Uh, all right. That's it. I'm Dave Kramer, I almost said the name of my other channel, the Kramer. There's Kramer Unstuck, who's right now I am kind of stuck. I'm going to try to get out of that. I don't know. I wanted to try to work on something online, and I tell you what, that's another flipping a coin and flipping a coin and flipping a coin, and trying to find what will work. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, holding this piece of shit. I ought to get a money printer, right? Just for, $100,000. Boom. There we go. Go buy groceries. But anyway, that's all I got. And until next time, is Dave Kramer, and I'm Kramer Unstuck.